Hi, everyone. This is Mrs. Godfrey here. I am coming at you for another Toolkit Tuesday. Today, we're going to talk about different ways to study multiplication facts. In fifth grade, our math depends on multiplication facts. Our first unit that has involved multiplication has been on 2 and 3 digit multiplying with whole numbers. And we're just getting ready to start our multiplying unit with decimals. So we've been practicing our facts to beef up on them, and we also have a little more time with our multiplying decimals unit. But it's essential that all the students get very acclimated to multiplying decimals or multiplying the multiplication facts before we move into division and then adding and subtracting fractions, which rely heavily on a thorough ability to recall multiplication facts. So I just wanted to show you a couple of resources that will help toward this end. I'm going to share my screen with you. And I will send you, or your teacher from your child's homeroom will send you this Google Doc. And on this Google Doc, I have what's called Quizlets for each of the multiplication facts, 0 through 12. It's important to remind the students that zeros when you multiply by zeros, it's always just a 0. And when you multiply by 1, it's the same number, even though those things seem very simple. And then when you get to the more difficult ones, then Quizlet makes great games. So what it is, it's an online flashcard format, template, program, and you can just study the flashcards. So just click on the flashcards and then you can just study them. And if it comes up with the answer, then you go over here to options and switch it from term to definition. And then, and then just click. I think you don't have to save it yet. And now it'll flip it over the other way. And so just check your work by touching the card. So that's a really easy way. Then you can have it make your child a little test so that once they've practiced that, if you want to see real quickly how they're doing, then they can take a little test on it. You can click on options for this as well, and you can choose the types of questions you want your child to answer. Do you want them to be matching, written, multiple choice, or true, false? It's probably good just to go ahead and put it on multiple choice and then click create new test, and it'll create a multiple choice test. And then a really fun way for you to play with your child is to go to match. Match goes like this. You just simply match them, but you can see then my best time was 14.8. So you compete with each other for who gets the best time. And then of course you just match them as fast as you can. In my class, we always try to get a mouse so that we can go a little bit faster or see if we can play it on a different device. And so like a phone, sometimes you can get faster because it's a smaller place, but this becomes really fun when you start competing with each other for the highest time. So that's Quizlet. Quizlet is great and wonderful for recalling facts. Everyone can use multiplication.com. My class has a login information for this because I bought them subscriptions, but everyone can use this even if you don't have a subscription. But I am going to go over to the Bookit game. Bookit is great. It's really, really fun. There's a set of multiplication questions inside of it. And then at home, you can have your child either play a solo game, and this is just a mixed review of all facts. And then you have them choose the game that they want to play. Tower defense is really fun. Factory is a big favorite. And when they click on factory, you can set it for however many minutes you want them to play, and then start game. Say no to the tutorial, you don't need it. And then just start answering the questions. Every 3 questions, then you get a chance to buy a book. So you want to pick the one that's going to make you the most money, which takes a little math, but I'll get this one. No, $7, obviously. Every 2 seconds will be the best for that one. Also, when you're getting your books, you want to see the house that has a tree right there. If you get books that are the same little picture, then it gets you money faster. So yeah. And so the goal is to make the most books. And now what you can do when you're playing this, if you play this with your child, then consider playing with them, because then you guys can attack each other and sort of sabotage. When you, instead of buying the books, you can buy glitches and glitch each other out. And so that they always, the kids in the class really get crazy when people glitch them. But it's a lot of fun and makes a good way to study multiplication facts. And then also on here is a multiplication facts game kit that your child can play. And it's the same sort of idea. They answer multiplication facts, and then they are able to get money. Of course, it's not real money, but eventually once they get enough money, then they can shop and they can buy power-ups and other things like that in order to make more money off of their questions. So like right now we're only making $1, but I can go to shop now because I have $15, do money per question, and I can buy $5 a question. And so I can quickly begin to accumulate money. It's also a little investing, right? Your child needs to learn that in order to make money, you got to put some money into things. All right, so I'll send this to your child's teacher, and from my homeroom, I'll send this home again. But I also wanted to show you one other little thing before I let you go. Until your child is really feeling great about multiplication facts, I'm encouraging them to write down their multiples before they start doing some problems. And so, you know, clearly they can just do like 7, and then 7 plus 7 is 14, and then 14 plus 7 is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So they can just add it up. But for 8s and for 9s, there's a really simple tool or trick for each one of them. And I just wanted to show you so you can work with your child on it. For 8s, you just count from 1 to 8, or actually 0 to 8, right? And the only thing you have to do differently than regular counting is just put 2 4s in there. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when you go back up to make your second digit, you just count by 2s. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And you have all your multiples of 8, which makes it easy. Let's say you're doing 8 times 3, you just go 1, 2, 3, and it's 24. And having the multiples already written out can be very helpful if your child is still sketchy on his or her multiplication facts. Now for 9s, I feel like people are more familiar with this, but you could just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's easy to solve your multiplication facts. 9 times 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So writing out multiples is another strategy that is very helpful if your child is still having trouble with recalling multiplication facts. All right, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I will send this link out to you along with the link for the multiplication fact resources. And happy Toolkit Tuesday. Have a great day.